Fernando, let's start with FP2. Bit of tyre testing going on for everybody. How tricky is it going in there not knowing what the tyres are, how to push, or whether to push, where to push?
Yeah, it was. I mean, a little bit a different session than normal. Also, you cannot touch the car. You have to keep the same setup for the whole FP2. So whatever balance you get on the first round, you have to keep for the remaining of the session. So it was interesting to try and to have a first feel of next year's tires. And let's hope to understand it better.
I was going to ask you how hard you were pushing during FP2, but I think it was obvious from FP1 and FP2 that you weren't leaving a lot on the table.
No, I'm having fun. This is a fun track. In FP2, the tire blanket is reduced for next year. It's 50 degrees only, so a lot of warm-up issues, a lot of sliding, and it was fun.
It looked like it, all arms and elbows around here. How hooked up is the car? How confident do you feel in it, even after just that one FP1 run?
Relatively confident. I think the car was good in FP1. I'm not sure if this is one of our best tracks, to be honest. We felt that we're missing a little bit, especially in the slow speed corners. So there are a couple of ideas now tonight to change things on the car. So tomorrow morning I'm curious to see if we solve some of those problems.
Given that you lost FP2 for any meaningful running, how critical will FP3 be?
It's going to be important, yes. And also, we're still debating if we will change engine on my car here or in Mexico. So if that happens here, obviously FP3 will be even more important.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess then either for this weekend or for next weekend could have huge ramifications in the fight with McLaren.
It's going to have an impact for sure. But I think it has to happen, unfortunately. So we will try to make it on the most efficient weekend, and still aiming for points every Sunday in the remaining races. So it should be enough to keep McLaren behind.
Esteban, let's start with FP2 and tyre testing. Obviously, Pirelli give you the tyres, they give you a run plan. How tough is that, going out and not knowing what tyres you're on, what to expect from them, how they're going to react?
To be honest, it is quite difficult because obviously we maximize P1 and what we know with the tires we have to prep the weekend, but we are going into a complete unknown really with that tire test. So we try still to understand a few things from the car, but the setup is fixed. So it is interesting for next year, obviously, that to test these tires, but not really for the rest of the weekend. So it was just about doing some laps, getting a feel for the track, for how bumpy it is. And we were still able to try a few things, from P1 to P2, but not during P2.
So, FP1, let's go back to that. How was the car? Anything you weren't particularly happy with? Anything you need to work on for tomorrow?
Yeah, I think not too bad, to be honest. I think the potential is there. Obviously, for us to be in Q3 again this weekend, that's going to be the aim. The track is very bumpy, so something to look out for. It's a big difference compared to Suzuka, where it was just pure smooth the whole way. So a little bit more of a compromise to do there. We have a bit of work, obviously, for us tomorrow, but we should be good.
How tough is it out there with the bumps? As you say, obviously very stiffly sprung cars this year. We know this track is bumpy anyway. Curbs take a bit of a hammering as well, or the car takes a hammering over the curbs, and there's the wind as well.
Yeah, it was very windy, but it's going to stay similar with all the days and the consistency and the wind direction in general. So, there's not going to be any surprises in that direction tomorrow. But I look forward to being quali, get back the tires from this year and do some proper work.
Nice. The fight with McLaren obviously is the headline for you guys for the remaining 4 races of the season. Do you have any idea where you guys might be compared to them after that FP1?
We're going to be quite close, I think. I think I saw Lando obviously in the top 10. Daniel was quite quick, obviously, in P2, but we don't know because he had the tires from last year, from this year, sorry. So I think it's going to be a close fight. Obviously, we are going to try and maximize ourselves first and see where we end up.